Hello, beautiful flowers. Welcome back. Today, I'm talking about dreams. I was like, I need to share with all of y'all the magical and fearful side of dreams and what do they mean? Why do we wake up in a hot sweat or a cold sweat, losing our minds in fear? Our hearts are beating, or we're crying. A loved one just came and visited us in our dream, or we've just had the worst fear of a loved one dying, and we felt like it was so real. You know those dreams when it was like, it felt so real. I was with that person, or this event happened, or my loved one died in this dream. What does this mean? Is this true? All the things. So I'm going to unpack dreams, and I'm going to share with you guys a dream that I had, which I have many dreams, and dreams are divine messages from our higher self, our spirit team, or loved ones that are going to assist us in this realm. So sit back and let's enjoy this topic on dreams. I'm going to try to be quick, but we know how that usually goes. So dreams are fascinating phenomena that hold hidden messages, often reflecting the fears and obstacles that we face in our daily lives. Unfortunately, in our busy lives, we often overlook these messages, choosing instead to distract ourselves rather than delve into the deeper meanings behind our dreams. So I'm going to talk about this. When I was saying, you wake up out of your cold sweat and you're crying or you're upset and it felt so real and you're like, oh my God, that felt so real. So what is actually happening in real time? We are so busy distracting ourselves in our daily lives. You're working out, you're managing your home, you have kids, you're a CEO of a company, you're working out, you're trying to get all these tasks done in a day, right? People say all the time, oh, there's not enough time in a day. So what's happening is the distraction piece is distracting us from feeling emotions. We all have emotions, and we can have emotions trapped in our body from when we were 2 years old. But we just learned how to cope without dealing just by doing. So dreams come in out of the blue and they drop us into these crazy realms of our minds, and our subconscious is showing us things that are hidden from our daily life because of distraction and making us feel that feeling. And you know that feeling that you have that dream and your loved one has cheated on you, or you've had a scenario play out and it felt so real? Well, those are the feelings that you're not allowing yourself to feel every single day. And when these things happen, like a nightmare, or it could be a beautiful dream, there can be many different types of dreams, all hold hidden messages. And it's so important for you to pay attention. So what I do is I have a dream book, journal. It's right beside my bed. It's like one of these. So when we wake up, because we're under this deep realm of like a theta, or the word is not coming to me, in that deep trance, and we're so connected and so open, we're receiving so many messages. We're so tapped in at that point. So what you want to do, because you say to yourself, oh, I'll remember this dream when I wake up. And then when you wake up and it's like 30 minutes later or throughout the day, you're like, shit, I have no idea. I forget, this dream felt so real and blah, blah. You're trying to explain it and it's gone. So it's really important for you to wake up during that time, whether it be 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m., and the dream is fresh in the mind. Write it down. And write out everything about the dream, every detail, and then leave it alone. And if it's in that moment, let's just say, like one of the dreams I had recently was a dream with my son. And it was a terrible dream. It woke me up in the middle of the night, and I had all these fears, and I had to sit there, and I did the work, and I sat there and I was like, okay, I need to feel this right now. And even though you have to work yourself or talk yourself through it, like, I'm safe, he's safe, everything's okay, and feel what was coming up. And I observed that I was having a lot of deep suppressed emotions of fears for him, or the separation between him going back and forth, and things out of our control. And I wasn't paying attention to my feelings in my daily life and honoring those emotions when they came up. So when I was feeling maybe a little bit of separation, or maybe I was feeling a little bit sad, I was just so quick to distract myself and like, oh, it's fine, and just push it back down and then carry on with my day. So in the dream, when you're getting these catastrophic remembrance dreams, that's when you need to pay the most attention, and your higher self is actually making it happen because you're too bogged down. Your emotions are so full all the way up to the top, and it's like a hot air balloon, and all this air keeps filling up and filling up and filling up. And guess what? Eventually it's going to pop. Something's got to give and something's going to snap. So it's so crucial and important for us to feel the feelings in those moments, just like I talked about on the other episode of co-parenting and, getting that rage or that anger feeling. In those moments is when we need to feel them wherever we are. It's like stop, drop, and feel. Screw stop, drop, and roll. That's going to be my new thing. Stop, drop, and feel. Feel what's going on, because our body is the best messenger. It's the manual to your life. If you start listening and paying attention to your body, life flows effortlessly. Why do you want to continue to go up against stream? Why not kick back, jump in a canoe, have a nice little tea, put the umbrella up and put your feet up and go with life instead of resisting it? And that's exactly what our body is saying to us. Hey, there's something going on deeper. Let's pay attention and let's move through this and acknowledge it. Next thing is, it's not uncommon for our loved ones who have passed away to visit us in our dreams, offering comfort, guidance, or messages from the other realm. These encounters can feel incredibly real and may leave a lasting impact on our waking lives. So freaking true. We have these vessels. Our bodies need to rest. Our souls do not. Our souls, our energy, whatever you want to call it, can just flourish, travel, check out things, align things, make signs for the next day, meet with other souls that are like, okay, let's make this happen tomorrow or the next day. Am I on track? You can even tell your soul to go to the healing temple. I do it all the time. I tell my son, let's meet at the healing temple tonight and let's heal. There's so many things that we aren't even aware of, and how powerful we are to tap into that. Why not? Why not tap in to the unseen realm to assist us here on our Earth School journey? So part of this, when our loved one comes in, you can also ask your loved one to visit you, and then ask your higher self, your spirit team, or your loved one to assist you to wake up, to remember the dream. And I'll tell you, I've had beautiful dreams with my loved ones that have passed, and I write them down, and they're so magical. They feel so real, and there's always beautiful messages that are going to assist me. Next one, which I've already shared, is keeping a dream journal can be a valuable practice, as it allows us to document our dreams and later reflect on their significance. What may seem nonsensical or confusing at first can often reveal profound insights when revisited later on. I'm going to come back to this because I'm going to share with you a legitimate message, which is a dream that was a heads up for me for something that really happened. All the time this happens. And it comes back to how busy you are. It's like you get busy in your daily life. You got to go to the gym. You got to eat your foods. You got to go to work, blah, blah, blah. And then these little small things of dreams, and these things that are free and that are available to us. And if we just took that little bit of time out to journal it down and to be able to reflect back, you're going to notice a pattern, and you're going to notice a beautiful pathway to be able to assist you. It's like, it's free information. It's all within us. We all have it. It's not some woo-woo magical thing that is this weird thing. It's our intuition. It's who we are. We are all so powerful if we just allowed ourselves to believe it. Okay. So interestingly, our minds remain active while asleep, processing thoughts, emotions, and experiences. However, while our bodies rest, our subconscious mind is hard at work, weaving together the fabrics of our dreams, and also going in there, shuffling through what needs to be felt and what needs to come up, hidden fears. And I also talked about this on the sexuality episode, on having dreams of sexual interactions with other people or the same sex, how triggering that can be to disrupt somebody. Well, there's something there in the subconscious that you're not even aware of, that's a hidden fear that you need to work through. And it doesn't mean that you like the same sex or that you don't. It could mean that you do, but what it's offering is an invitation to get curious, to see what hidden fears or things that you're not ready to see in this waking world or deal with or move through. And when you start moving through, you become freer, and then you're not in these fear states or get stuck and push people away. You're able to be just open, loving, accepting. Everything is a pathway to come back to ourselves and to navigate tools and guides to heal, to be free. And that's why we ultimately come here on Earth School, is to become free and not so confined to our bodies and to be so closed off and like one way. The conditioning is so strong that we think that, oh, this is just the way that it is, but it's not. There's so many opportunities to see things from a different light and zoom out. Okay, next one is, it's crucial to listen to our bodies and honor their needs, even amidst our hectic schedules. Ignoring the signals they send us, whether it's through headaches, fatigue, or other symptoms, can lead to physical and emotional imbalances. So why I put this point in there is because, like I had said, our body is a manual always signaling us to pay attention. And what happens is you think, oh, I've got a headache, or I got to take an Advil, or my cholesterol's high, so I need to go and take a pill. But maybe it's time to zoom out and say, okay, but why is my body signaling the headache? Do I have enough water? Is my electrolytes up? Have I slept good enough? Am I stressed out? Do I need a break? Cholesterol, what foods are you putting into your body where your body's actually signaling you to say, I can't handle this anymore? And the body signals us constantly, showing red flags, and it starts off as maybe a little yellow flag. Then the next one is another little flag. Maybe there's a couple. And as we continue to distract ourselves, maybe it's you take pre-workout, maybe you go and take caffeine. And then the next thing you know, you're just bypassing the signals of the body. Its side effects is the effect of what you're doing. How are you affecting your vessel on a daily basis? Whether you're watching, what you're absorbing, what you're eating, you are putting the foods in your mouth. You need to pay attention and listen to your body. Is your body okay with that food? And listen, you know what's right and what's wrong. The moment you go and buy it, you already know if your body likes this or not. And then paying attention, taking radical responsibility on, some people do need medication or extra help. Absolutely. But what are you doing in the meantime to make yourself better? Because after all, if your body continues to take the pill and you're not making any changes, eventually your body is going to throw in the towel and say, I'm sorry, but I can't go on any longer. And then maybe it's cancer. Maybe it's a chronic illness. Maybe you go and you break something. Our spirit team, loved ones, our higher self will actually make scenarios and play out certain things in order to wake us up. And I always like to say things happen in 3. When things keep reminding you, maybe it's something about health, maybe it's a doctor, maybe it's a friend that says, oh, let's go on a hike. Or maybe it's somebody that comes up to you and is like, oh, you need to eat healthier foods, or I'm on, celery juice. Why don't you give that a try? And if it keeps coming up, it's your little prompt and your team, your higher self, God, whatever you connect with, giving you warnings like, hey, pay attention. You need to pay attention. So listening to your body and honoring it, and that is no different than your dream state. It's taking you to that next step to bring awareness, to listen. Next one is sometimes the guidance we seek may come from unexpected sources, such as friends, family, or even strangers. Pay attention to these synchronicities and signs can lead us towards greater clarity and understanding. I already said that. So watch when things are repeating. Write it down. When you're driving in your car, license plate, signs, symbols, all of a sudden you see a big billboard and it's saying, wake up. Are you happy? Like, how often are you in joy? How often do you laugh? It's the simple little things, breath, breathing, slowing down. Pay attention. You are so much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And our bodies, like I said, are the manual to our life. I've done so much inside work to look at wow, why did I just feel that way? Or why did I just get that trigger? Or why did that dream? And I start questioning everything. Question it, write it down, document it. This is your life. You are the most important person that you need to figure out, nobody else. Don't try to figure out everyone else. Figure out yourself first and use these people that are in your world as a mirror to figure yourself out deeper, because we need relationships. We need each other to help each other heal. We can't just do it on our own. Okay. And next is ultimately we possess within us the wisdom and intuition to navigate life's challenges. By tuning into our inner guidance and remaining open to the messages that come our way, we can unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. So damn true. I recently experienced a dream that served as a powerful heads up, prompting me to reflect on its meaning and how it relates to my life. Through sharing my experience, I hope to inspire others to pay attention to their dreams and the wisdom they hold. Okay, so I am going to share this badass dream. So this was probably a couple of months ago, and Dar was in my dream. And if you are new to me, this channel, my story is up, so it's a very long one, but you can fill yourself in. You've got much to catch up on. So he is a loved one who has exited, and I say exited, people would say die, but my belief is we never actually die. Our soul, our energy always carries on. Everybody is with us. It's just in a different form. And I believe it's our due to do our due diligence to understand and to learn about these things and know that nothing is just the end. There's so much more. So anyhow, I have this dream and I woke up, and in the dream, I was driving in my car and I was driving to my house and I was on the phone with Dar. And I was like, oh my God, you're on the phone. Like, it was so, so real. And he's like, yes. He's like, I'm going to meet you at your house in the driveway. I said, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I said, okay, I'm coming. And as we're on the phone, I'm talking to him as I'm driving in my car to my house. And my house has 2 driveways and there's a tree in the middle. So I pull into my driveway and I was like, I can't even wait. I'm so excited to jump out of the car and give you a kiss and a hug. So I pull into the driveway and I jump out of my car. I run around to him, and all of a sudden he changes into this different person. And he changed into the person that is a friend from the past who actually lives in my condo. And I have my condo and it's rented out. And I was like, what? So I run over and he all of a sudden switches to him. And I'm like, what the hell? That's just so crazy. So then I'm talking to him in the car. And then all of a sudden, my brother is running as fast as he can outside of my house with an umbrella, ready to chase after the gentleman in the car, telling him to leave now. And I was like, what the hell does this mean? It is crazy. And, in the past, when my brother was younger, he had an altercation with this person. So I was like, that's just interesting. I write it down and I leave it alone. That's what you have to do. Just leave it alone. So I write it down, I leave it alone. And then all of a sudden, it was probably not even a month later. I don't know the timeline. And the person that lives in my condo sends me a message and tells me that they are going to be leaving and that they are giving their notice and they're not going to be staying there anymore. Turned out that the person that was staying there ended up giving the keys and decided to talk with the ex-partner and decided that he wasn't going to give me rent. He was going to paint the condo instead, and that he was giving the keys to the ex-partner. And I was like, holy shit, like, why, first and foremost? And this wasn't my agreement with you. I've been handling all of the rental agreement and have been handling everything with you. And so without going any deeper into that, that's a whole other issue. That was my heads up. And then I remembered, I was like, oh my God, the dream. And it was like him leaving. He was leaving my condo, and it wasn't on a bad note at all, but how it happened wasn't obviously in my highest and best good. And it was unfortunate how it happened. So these are the things that I hope that you're able to pay attention. Pay attention to the dreams and the fears that are coming up. Pay attention to the messages. Ask for messages and guidance, but furthermore, ask to remember. We are so powerful, you guys. We are just connected all the time, and we're these beacons. So continue to stay open and aware and pay attention and journal. Write down the signs and symbols. They're going to lead you to, it's like decoding life. I'm going to leave it there. I have to jump into a client session. Something else that I will let you guys know. I've added my link to the YouTube channel. It's to the link tree. You can book sessions with me. I do online and also in person with coaching, intuitive guidance, energy healing, sound bath. But furthermore, it's really helping you move through life. We all need assistance. We need a team. We need support. And we need somebody that can zoom out and look at things from a different perspective, because we're us. We're always looking at ourselves. We're often too bogged down to see, oh my gosh, let me zoom out. I'm actually not stuck. How can I look at life from a different perspective and be grateful for all these things that are happening for me, not to me? So thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to hit the like and subscribe, please do. It all helps. Sending you so much love. Mwah.